Greetings, gamers, Agent SN, and and of course, if you've been watching me for 10 seconds, you probably know by now that I adore the Mario franchise, which is probably the most popular video game series ever, and one that has a pretty special place in my heart as I grew up with these games. I grew up with these games. These games really mean a ton to me. So today, I am going to be doing a top 10 about my 10 personal favorite Mario games, and this is also the top 10 remake that I promised I was going to do almost a month ago. Well, if it got the most votes, and which top 10 Mario game got the most votes, so here's the video. This series that really meant a ton to me, but first let's get on with the rules first. Alright, so the first rule is mainline games only. I'm limiting, I'm limiting this to only mainline games except Super Mario Maker 2, which is technically a spin-off, but also included anyway. Though sometimes classified as a mainline game, sometimes classified as a spin-off, well, actually, it's more of a spin-off, actually. Yeah, it's actually a spin-off. But I'm counting that for this list, so one of the games, I guess. But yeah, mainline games only, no spin-off. Let's get on with the video. Number 10. For video games, it was kind of a struggling time during the early 80s, mainly because of the awful E.T. game that almost ruined video games forever and crashed the gaming industry. But Nintendo released this toy called the NES, and it helped save, and this robot thing and the zapper thing that alongside it. But there's also this platformer called Super Mario Bros. So yeah, Super Mario Bros. Saved the gaming industry. It's why video games exist now, basically. Anyway, though, this game overall. It's a pretty good game. I mean, it's not the best Mario game nowadays, and there's so many better ones. But it's a really good game. It has some really good variety to it, and it has some pretty good levels. And I really liked the how it plays and stuff. So yeah. All right, number 9. Alright, so next up you have Super Mario Bros. 3. Not just like the first Super Mario Bros. Well, not as, not as good, because the game is good. Well, not the best Mario game nowadays, once again, still a pretty good game. In fact, I can go by far say this is definitely a great game. And, the last levels was okay. Super Mario Bros. 2, aka Doki Doki Panic, was good, but not as good as the original Super Mario Bros. The original Super Mario Bros. Was good, of course. But what I really like about Super Mario Bros. 3 is that this game introduced a world map. That is absolutely amazing. So yeah. And it's either a revolution with its Tanuki suit that it added. Yeah, the first time you saw the iconic Tanuki suit was in this game. It even introduced the Koopalings. And it had so much. And some unique power-ups that never returned. So yeah, pretty good game. And add a lot to it. And the graphics were pretty good for an NES game, so what more could you ask for? But let's move on to number 8. So next up is New Super Mario Bros. U. This game was really excellent. Now I know that and yes, I know this game is kind of generic, sure, yeah, whatsoever. But I personally don't think that, okay? And hot take, this is my favorite New Super Mario Bros. Game. It definitely has the most polished, it's the most fun, it's the best looking, and what I like about it is how cool it was. It was the first HD Mario game. This game had a lot of cool new ideas, for sure, and it's definitely my favorite in the New Super Mario Bros. Series. It had so much to... I really like how they, how they also made New Super Luigi U as well, which I'm also including on here as well. So yeah, and this game was honestly pretty good. It had, and it's definitely great, and it's definitely almost perfect. And it's by far my second favorite 2D Mario. But you'll see what my favorite 2D Mario is later on in the video. I really like the world map, and the bosses are pretty good. I like how they brought back Boom Boom, and had so many good enemies and power-ups that didn't return in other Mario games. And it played so well, and the multiplayer is pretty good. And this game had Nabbit. Nabbit's a pretty good character, so no wonder it's my friend Alpha Dunk 7's mascot. So yeah, but let's move on to number 7. Alright, so number 7 is Super Mario 3D World. I'm also counting Bowser's Fury on here too, because why not? Super Mario 3D Land was a really great and underrated game with a 3DS. So 2 years later, Nintendo made a sequel on this game, a sequel of that game with Super Mario 3D World on the Wii U, which later got ported with new content on the Switch. And overall, it's pretty. Overall, it's a pretty good game, and in fact, I could go by far to say that Super Mario 3D World is nearly perfect. This game had so much good qualities. I really like how they brought back 4-player multiplayer, as this is the first 3D Mario game to have that. And I really like how Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad each had their own abilities. And the levels have so much variety. I like how they have Plessy. Plessy's really fun to ride. And collecting the green hearts is fun. The levels are incredibly fun. And playing online in the deluxe version is absolutely is really incredible. And Bowser's Fury, the Bowser's Fury side mode they added in the Switch version was absolutely amazing with it being open world. And while isn't this a traditional 3D Mario, I do like how different it was. I really enjoy 3D World a ton, and it was really fun coming back to on the Switch this year. I also do have a review of this game and 3D Land and Bowser's Fury coming pretty soon, about 2 weeks. So go watch that if you could. And I absolutely love the way the levels play, and the post game levels are really cool too. Even though Champions Road is so hard. Even though I have beaten it before. Let's move on to number 6. Alright, so next up is the moment that Gear 27 has been waiting for. Yep. Super Mario Sunshine. This game is definitely one of the more polarizing Mario games. People don't like the repetitiveness of it and how different it was, but I personally thought it was definitely pretty fun. I mean, the game has been paused until we've reviewed it, of course, but it's gotten a bit of hate from fans, a bit of hate, and some people aren't a big fan of this game. It is a pretty hard game, but I still like a ton. Aside from that, this game has some really amazing and really original ideas. I absolutely love the flood pack, how it was used to clean up the water. Cleaning up the water was pretty fun. And I like the bosses too. And the setting is really unique. I'm exploring Isle Delfino is absolutely fun. And the flood packs are pretty good. And all the nozzles are. And the levels have some really excellent things. And even though the secret levels always are really annoying, and same for the final area, the Corona Mountain place. So yeah, this game, absolutely excellent. If you haven't played it yet, please do so. If you can find a copy. Because fighting GameCube games are expensive, so is 3D All-Stars, now that you can't buy it anymore. So you'd have to get on eBay from a scalper, I guess, for Mario 3D All-Stars. But all that aside, though, Super Mario Sunshine, really good game. Absolutely love the worlds too. I mean, there's so much, and they're all really fun. Especially Pinna Park, and Rico Harbor, and Gelato Beach had some slapping music, I guess. But let's move on to number 5. Right. Next up is actually, I'm gonna go show the thing first. Let me show the transition first. Hold on. All right, here you go. So yeah, next up is the one that Mario Master 101 has been waiting to see on this list, and that is Super Mario Maker 2. This Super Mario Maker 1 on the Wii U was already a pretty good game, and it was already a great one. Even though there's not really a point to go back to the original Mario Maker since you can't upload levels anymore. All that aside, though, that was a good game. But Mario Maker 2 really expanded on the ideas of it, with it being a sequel, which is really amazing. I mean, the story was pretty good, and there are some really amazing levels out there they can definitely find. And this game is just absolutely fun. That's what the game is all about. The power-ups are so good, making the levels is really good. I love the themes of the levels that you can make. This game had so much things with it, so much freedom, and really excellent game, and which I really like. And it had a lot with it. And if you don't have this yet, go buy it right now after you finish this video. But yeah, excellent game, definitely a must play. The levels are so good. The chorus world's pretty good, and creating a Mii was fun. So yeah, but let's move on to number 4. Alright, next up is one of the most revolutionary Mario games. That is Super Mario 64. After all, this game is the reason why many 3D games are the way they are now. This game definitely got a lot too. It's what is outdated by today's standards, I don't mind that. And while the controls aren't the best, I don't mind that either. This game overall was really fun, and I really love how much variety it has, and it created many iconic things in the Mario universe and some really good power-ups. And then we try to be different from the 2D games, but in a good way. And it was a perfect transition to Mario in 3D. And I'm also counting the DS remake here too, which really expanded on Mario 64 by adding, it really helped reworked it by adding 30 extra stars, new characters, each with their own abilities, new power-ups, everything. Mario 64 DS pretty good too, but of course I'm including both the N64 and DS versions here. And yeah, this game even had some really iconic characters and so much really good levels, and introduced the classic "So Long Gay Bowser" meme, and created a pretty good Mario fan base now. And it's also the game that Nathaniel Bandy used to make videos on constantly, and for good reasons. I can definitely see why. This game was really excellent. Let's move on though to number 3. Alright, next up is my favorite 2D Mario game. It's Super Mario World. This game is such an excellent game, and this is definitely my favorite 2D platformer of all time. My favorite 2D platformer ever. This game is so freaking good. After all, this had many really cool things, including the iconic cape feather that never came back, and the iconic Yoshi. Well, it's not Yoshi's first appearance. It was the first game where Yoshi got to be with Mario, which is pretty good. And the levels are really amazing. Introduced the extra world and stuff, even though Tubular is I've never been able to beat before. And the levels have so much really cool things in them, and truly a lot, really. And this game has so much to it, and it's also one of the first Mario games I ever played. Yeah, really, really great game. Let's move on to number 2. Alright, so next up well, actually, let me start the transition first. Actually, I did, never mind, okay. Anyway, though, next up is Super Mario Odyssey. This game was absolutely excellent. It's definitely one of the best games on the Switch, and another must play. This game took what made Mario games great, and adds amazing graphics, and really amazing things that weren't even expected. When this game was announced, I had a lot of high expectations, and when I first saw Mario in a giant city, when this game was first announced, I lost it. I was literally freaking out because this game looked absolutely amazing. After all, this game had fully open exploration and 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 you have to collect. And it's not, and you don't have to like do missions to like collect stars, which I really like. This game had so much, and it's better than almost every Mario game out there. Or at least I personally think that. And I really love the bosses and the iconicness, and the capturing was so fun. And I'm really hoping Nintendo makes Super Mario Odyssey 2 next year. Come on, Nintendo, come on, make Odyssey 2! Anyway, though, yes, this is definitely a must play. I love how you can throw Mario's hat and possess different creatures and so many things you wouldn't expect. I mean, you even get to be you even get to possess Bowser, with Cappy during the final boss. What more can you ask for? And sorry for spoilers, I guess. But let's move on to number 1. Number 1. Alright. At number 1 is a game that you're probably expecting to be on at number 1. 2 games actually. That's Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. What else do I need to say? Both these games were absolute, did so many great things that the other games didn't. After all, it took Mario to space. Both these games took Mario to space. Outside of that one level in Super Mario Land 2. This game did so much. Both these games did. In fact, I could definitely say that both of these games are the reason I consider myself a gamer now. I consider myself a gamer because of these 2 games. These 2 games really, really mean a lot to me. They have so many power-ups, so many bosses. They have perfect abilities, perfect gimmicks, perfect everything. This game has it all, and for so many good reasons. Many people adore both these games. I'm definitely no exception. These 2 games have a very special place in my heart, and they really mean a ton to me. They're definitely 2 of my favorite games of all time, and they're better than every game I've played except Final Fantasy VII, in which, I mean, do I need to explain it, anything else? These games are perfect. That's what they are. They have so many good things with them. The amazing level variety, the amazing space gimmicks, the amazing setting. Yes. Anyway, though, guys, that's it for this video. I will see you guys next time. HNS out. Also, remember to join my Discord server, which I just created, if you can. But see you guys next time. HNS out.